Hi, I'm T.R. Harmonchak. I'm Assistant Engineer here at the Eagle Hose Company #1 in Dickson City, Pennsylvania. Today we're going to give you a little tour of our 1988 American LaFrance Century 2000 pumper. This engine was custom made for us back in 1987, put in service in 1988 from American LaFrance up here in Dunmore, Pennsylvania. Starting off with the front here, this is the engineer's compartment. This is where the engineer that drives the truck and everything, he handles all controls and maintains the safety of the vehicle and getting it properly to the scene safe and efficient. Coming back to the crew cab, this engine carries 6 personnel to the scene of any emergency call. We have 2 seated positions here with complimentary of air packs. We run with Scott air packs. We have some forcible entry tools in here, portable radios, hand lights. Coming down here, we go over our pump panel. Basically typical pump panel that you see on any type of engine out there. This engine happens to have 11 discharges on it. A complement of hose, 1 3/4 hose. We have 1 line coming off the chauffeur side, 1 line coming off the officer's side, and along with this line coming off the officer's side. This is our big line here. This is a 400-foot crosslay that we just put in service, and we're trying it out right now. We have a trash line. We use this trash line a lot of times for car fires and brush fires. Coming down here, first compartment, as we come back on the engineer's side, we have the engineer's compartment. Full complement of couplings in that an engineer may need to use for different applications to adapt to different types of hoses to get water to the scene or from the scene. Looking down here, a complement off the engineer's compartment is some short pieces of 5-inch hose with Stork's couplings. We could use this for 1 of 2 ways. Your line coming up from the hydrant, if we're running a little short, pull out 1 of these, or to supply another engine. We'll also use these. Over here on the far left-hand side, we have our foam inductor. In the rear of this engine, we do carry pails of foam. God forbid, in case any fires that require any foam firefighting applications. As you look down here, we have our medical bag in case anybody gets hurt or we come upon the scene of a call and we have injured patients on scene. We can start treating them before the ambulance gets there, or an assist to the ambulance also. 2.5 gallon water can, Class D combustible metal extinguisher. On this side we carry a complement of high-rise packs. A lot of our commercial structures in town are either 4 stories or under, so we carry some high-rise packs. Also, we could also use these high-rise packs as another complement of discharges to hoses in case we require some extra length of hose. Come back here a little bit further. You'll see we have the another air pack. This is for the engineer of the engine in case he needs to pack up. Down in this compartment, we have an LZ kit in case we have to land a helicopter in town. Some traffic pylons, 100-foot cord reels to hook up our complement of quartz lights in this compartment, and we also have some utility rope that we may have to use for different applications. Coming around to the back of our engine, we have a CO2 extinguisher, a ground monitor, 10-foot attic ladder, another complement of hand lines, 1 3/4. These are all 200 feet off the rear of our engine. So 1 3/4 line here, an automatic TFT nozzle, 2.5, 1,400 feet of 5-inch hose, or also known as our supply line. Another 2.5 TFT nozzle, 2-inch line, 200 feet with a TFT nozzle, 4-inch line to complement our ground monitor in case it needs to be used. A hydro assist valve. Hydro assist valve we use to assist the hydrant in getting us more water from the hydrant up to the engine in case of low pressure. So another engine would come in and hook up to this and boost our water pressure a little bit to help us out on the scene of a fire. As we come around to the officer side of the engine, we have a complement of ladders, an extension ladder, 24-foot extension ladder, 14-foot roof ladder, 2.5-gallon water can with foam additive, dry chem extinguisher. Come down into this compartment here, we carry some oil dry, complement of 2.5-gallon water cans, also a K12 saw with the metal cutting blade. And this piece of apparatus, we use the K12 saw a lot for car fires to get into the engine compartment of the cars. Up here in this compartment, carry a short section of 6-inch hose, strainer in case we have to draft, or if we go out to assist any companies on the outlying areas and we have to draft out of porta ponds or a pond or a lake. That's what this is used for. It hooks up to your hard sleeve suction. Complement of drinking water for our crews to stay hydrated. Come up into this compartment, carry some forcible entry tools, along with some regular hand tools, some pipe pulls and so on, also a broom. Down in here, we have another full complimentary compartment of high-rise packs. All set up, ready to go. Everything's labeled, so the firefighter knows as he's pulling the bag off what he's grabbing. Officer side pump panel, discharges and intakes for either supplying or taking in more water, either from a hydrant or another engine. We carry a blitz fire, 2.5-inch line, 100 feet. As I showed you from the other side before, here's our two lines coming off. The officer side of the engine, 400-foot, 1 3/4 line. Like I said, that's our new one that we're trying out right now. See how it's going to do. Thank God we haven't had to use it yet. On the officer side, basically the same setup as on the engineer side. Once again, Scott Air Packs we run with here in the Eagle Hose Company. As we come down, and the final seat here is the most important guy in the piece, the officer. He's the guy that's in charge for directing the response to the apparatus and where it will be placed. We carry a Scott Air Pack up here for the officer, along with a Scott thermal imaging camera. And right down there you see an iPad. We use the iPad for the I Am Responding app to show what members are responding to the call, also for us to map out the call in case we are going out of town and need some assistance in getting to that scene. Also, we do our weekly checklist on the iPad, so everything is digital and we keep track of all of our equipment, make sure it's all run up to proper working order. So that's it for a tour of our 1988 American LaFrance Century 2000 pumper. Thank you for watching and be safe out there.